It was
it was like a
again,
bunch of little thrusters and jets.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like clockwork, which he was very interested in, and he saw, and he's like, how do you get things this small to interact with each other, and how do you? His interest was incredibly piqued because again, it was the a hybridized version of your um, mechanics into magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta go at like 8:45, but other than that,
Okay.
That'll work out for me. I might be booking around 9:15.
Okay.
So a relatively short session for
Yeah,
tonight then.
but I think we're
I'm cool
we're
with
still
that.
just doing like shopping and stuff today anyway.
Kind of. We're finishing up some
Yeah,
stuff, but yeah.
But streams up, we're good to go.
Okay.
All right.
So where we left off, it is the beginning of the day with Carl and Pyror entering Penny's blacksmith. Game is yours.
How's my favorite blacksmith today?
Pretty good. A little better now.
Yeah.
Who, who's your friend?
Name's Pyro. He's a.
You speak?
Of course I speak. I'm a warg.
Yeah, one of those.
What are
All
you?
right. Human.
Okay.
Bog standard, bare bone, little scrawny. Okay. Did you bring your friend for help?
He didn't feel like going fishing and kind of wanted to tag along. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, but I forget if there was something you wanted worked on or not.
No. I might like looking to improve my armor. My character sheet will come up. My stuff.
Okay. Yeah, he was fishing with the other guys yesterday and decided to tag along with me today. But figured it'd be fine.
Well, welcome, Pyror. Could always use an extra hand to help get this gold smelted and possibly start working on this armor for your friend Yorn.
Oh, good.
All right. The leather came in, which is good. Just need to, start working on the little bits of, chain to get everything integrated. But yeah, let's get started. And you guys start working together. To help expedite this process, what are you both trying to do to aid him in the what will be half a day working on the last of the gold ingots, and then half a day working on the armor?
Well, in that case, let's see here.
Or if you can think of something creative in a way that you'd like to help as well, you're more than welcome to contribute.
Is he just like smelting the ore right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carl got control flames as a
Spell for the day?
cantrip for the day. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it would look like a kind of like a steampunk on half of a flamethrower, and on one end where you'd have like a trigger system and kind of that, it'd have like almost like an RC controller on the other side. So he's basically like just points this abomination of a rig at fire and starts fucking with the dials, and that will start adjusting it and controlling it. So he's got that for 8 hours to help with that.
Okay.
So basically that can help increase. So expand flames of 5 feet in one direction. Instantaneously extinguish. Double or halve the area brighter or dim light cast by the flame, or changing its color, or both. Also causing simple shapes, so he's able to better adjust the flames to
Strike its target.
Yeah, and kind of more focus the cauldron or the
Okay.
crucible. As far as actual leveled spells, I mean, he's got absorb elements readied. Let me see. Yeah, I got enough. I have all mine prepped for the day then. So he's got absorbed elements prepped, so he can work more in the heat and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna need to double check to see how long that actually lasts here. 1 round. Okay,
Oh.
so as he's getting close to like reaching in and pulling stuff out, he can use that to work with it a bit better, I guess, to give himself a bit more protection, or Pyro a bit more protection if he gets closer to the flames.
Sure.
Other than that, Carl was going to try and save at least 1 level spell slot to kind of show off a bit to Tenny. They kind of like show him more stuff. Oh, and I'm gonna save. Yeah, I want to save the other one too, because lesser restoration would hopefully pick up Spore Cap a bit.
Okay.
So both of those, I'm gonna save both of those 2nd level spell slots, but I will be happy to use.
Fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Absorb
Control flames and absorb elements will be sufficient enough.
elements.
Pyro, to help expedite the process, what are you thinking of trying to do? Just be a muscle man, put things where they need to be when asked, or do something creative?
I really can't think of what else to do besides just put stuff or move stuff around because I'm big.
All right.
Yeah, Carl's the magic man here.
Sure. Pyro, I would like you to roll a athletics check to just see how winded you do and how quickly you're able to move around things. Too bad.
Holy shit.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Without much issue whatsoever, you are able to nimbly move things around, heavy as objects as can be, stuff that was relatively difficult for both of them to lift, aside from the levitate spell that was used the previous day. Piece of cake for you. Things go a bit quicker. The last of the casts, or the last of the gold is in their casts, so that they're to be poured, and then you begin to start work on the chain. Now he had already integrated a lot of the ring chain to be put together. Now it's just a matter of trying to clip it all into place and go around the leather that's already been created.
Okay.
How would you both like to aid?
Carl can use his screwdriver to help make the tools that he needs to work
Okay.
with that a bit better. And then, other than that, don't know what I have for 1st level that'll really kind of assist well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ira?
I don't have too much that would really work with that.
I have no idea. I'm a warg. I don't have hands or anything like that.
Sure.
I can't do anything delicate.
Okay. Then Carl, considering
Mhm.
you're aiding tools and utilizing tools, roll a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
See how well you manipulate things when being asked and told, without damaging anything in the process.
And +1 for using the
The tool itself.
the screwdriver.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, things go fairly well. You make a good amount of progress into the crafting of the chain armor, and partway through, you notice a relatively large man enter the shop. Kenny, I was looking for. Oh, I apologize. apologize. Didn't know you had guests today. Carl, you recognize this man as the one who kind of shoved his way out of the building when you and Yorn had first entered.
Oh, okay.
Pyro, this is a man clad in relatively rugged, um, unfamiliar uh, plate armor. And on his back, he has a fairly large shield. And on his hip, he has a longsword.
Alright.
And there was insignia, if I remember correctly, that.
Well, they can't see it because it's currently on his
Oh,
back.
okay.
What are you here for, Gamble? Oh, I was just thinking you could help my men in their lack of wares, but if you're not too busy, I mean, what is it you're doing with them? Currently helping them in their lack of wares? What are you looking for? Oh, just some of my boys. They're, you know, under-equipped. They need a skillful hand to their materials. And he's looking at both of you, and he doesn't know how much he wants to give away. Should I come back at another time? And Tenny looks at both of you.
You guys can chat while he's working. While we're working, it's not a big deal. You say you need wares and such. I'm assuming usual kind of supplies and gear, armor, swords, blades, that kind of stuff. Arrowheads, usual kind of thing that a group of folks would need out in the wilds.
Sure. If we were the usual kind of group that you would find out in the wilds.
I mean, there's a lot of dangerous things out there if you've been on the roads anytime recently. I mean, gosh, on the way here we saw, what was let's see here. What did we fight the first day that we were traveling?
We fought a chimera. I don't know if that was what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, like on the way to Eastgate.
Yeah,
was that?
Easting.
Yeah, that was
Easting.
Easting.
Yeah. I mean, we fought a chimera on the way here, and those certainly aren't a walk in the park, so to speak.
Why'd you
So,
find such a mythical creature?
On the road.
The heavens must shine down poorly on you.
Well, when it rains, it pours, my friend.
I don't think that would have been a problem for my closer knit group, but the larger ensemble, they're trying to find something to help bolster them. They recently came off the Sea Maidens Fair that docked last night.
Oh, you folks came in off one of the merchant boats, huh?
Yeah, some men from overseas looking to join our ranks.
I see. Well, that's
I
sounds
don't
like
expect them to last too long. We happen to be a cutthroat group.
well, anyone worth their metal ought to be worth keeping around. But you know how it goes with the kind of folks who talk big but don't really walk the walk. They tend not to last too long out there.
Surely.
And
He's just
basically, Carl's
eyeing
just
you
kind of like,
down and trying to get an idea of what the fuck is going on. Why is there a warg in a forge and this amalgamation of nightmare right in front of him of crossbreeded species?
who's just like happily knitting away at the chainmail and is just kind of just working and kind of glancing up at him to kind of hold conversation and then going back to his work. The name's Carl, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Gamble.
Gamble. Yes. This is my friend Pyror here. Inevitably, you'll probably see the rest of our group running around town. We're kind of
Oh, you're the ones that been sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, we kind of do. It happens
Make
like
yourselves
that.
noticed, that's for sure.
I mean, it's kind of hard. The lizard dog thing. He's he's a bit big, and the mushroom man, he's a bit tall. But hey, we do good work. We honestly we came out here for some trade for Elversalt, but it's been a yeah, like I said, we're getting some work done and doing a bit of trade, and we ought to be on our way here in a few days. But yeah, it's been interesting coming out here. It's certainly I like this place a bit. I mean, it's nice every once in a while getting a chance to go to a big town, get some real work done, and kind of get an opportunity to restock and resupply before we head back out and get back to
Big town, where are you from?
Elversalt currently. Kind
Mm.
of making a bit of a home, for the lack of a better word, place to put your head. Kind of like a nice little uh, central place. Yeah, like I said, nice place to put your head and come back to every once in a while when you're tired of being on the road. And as far as home or where I was from, yeah, long way from here, pretty far. I don't know about Pyro here, but he's probably come a pretty long ways too. Most folks like us, well, like you said, we stick out a fair bit, so uh, definitely not from around here.
Oh, I just have to ask, what is your opinion of the fact that the Darkhold's forces have maintained such a grip on this establishment?
Truthfully, and to be fairly honest here, and speaking in good company, as Carl kind of like eyes him a bit, trying to get a read on the guy.
Sure. Make an
Uh,
insight check.
Not what I was going to do. There we go. That's insight. Eh.
Do you have a scar on your head?
Yes, I do. Thank you for the reminder.
All right, so the lower of the two, that's fine.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he's Can you see that roll or no?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, he knows he's fucking lying.
You don't see anything wrong with what he's presented.
I mean, he's clearly not in Darkhold gear. That's for damn sure.
No. His wares are definitely a bit more robust, aggressive looking. They don't look like they've been made by human hands.
Oh, interesting. Well, to be honest, they haven't bothered us too much. I mean, we mind our P's and Q's, of course, but I can see where the townsfolk are fairly uncomfortable with them hanging around. And I ultimately, eh, I can I can agree. They make me a little bit uncomfortable, but like I said, we tend to mind our P's and Q's, so it hasn't been an issue.
Hmm.
I can see where people tend to be uncomfortable with them being here, and it feels like they're like I get that they want to kind of trying to think of a good way to put this. From a different kind of perspective, an outsider could potentially call this an occupation, but trade seems to still be running. people are alive. It's not blood in the streets, as far as I can tell, but I've only been here a couple of days, so if you guys have some, I don't know, festival of slaughtering wolves or something and parade their heads through the streets while blood drips everywhere, I don't know how you guys do things, I'll be honest. I've seen all sorts of things in my travels in all my years. Um, so, elven blood lives long lives. But,
I do.
yeah. So, I've seen the things in the past, and so far from what I've seen of these guys, uncomfortable, yeah. Uh, but that's about it for the moment. I can kind of take it or leave it.
Surely.
But again, I haven't been bothered too much, and like I said, we're doing some trade and gonna be on our way. So,
Back,
I,
back to Elversalt.
yeah,
Understood. Well, me and my boys might be making our ways past there, considering the road flows through. Might be able to see you again.
well,
If
a
you see
friendly
us,
face.
if you do see us, the more tight knit of us, aside from the 10 or so that recently came on the ship last night, uh, were the Squallers, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Uh, yes. We have me, their leader. There's another dwarven fellow, bit dour looking. There's a woman. Um, she's determined. That's about as good as I can get it. And there's another woman, a halfling.
Hmm.
Uh, she's of she's of a faith that definitely keeps us on the right track, keeps us alive. But I hope our paths don't cross in a combative perspective. I don't want to go up against you and your friend here.
I agree. I hope that we can always meet on friendly circumstances. And
Certainly.
now,
Well,
just out of curiosity, since you seem to be a fairly well-traveled person as well, um, what if you've been there? What are your thoughts on Proskia?
you don't stop at Proscure. I had their drink once. It was tasty, but mm, the dwarf, he felt funny from it. Eventually, the halfling woman, Elle, she shook him out of it. But stayed one night and left as quickly as we came. It was a pit stop, a nice
Good to
cot
know.
to lay our heads down on. People did
Hey,
seem a little active in the middle of the night, more so than even here for such a small little village. Uh,
that seems to line up with our experience there. They
yes,
they have a pretty unique way of going about things, I suppose. But
I would agree.
yeah, very religious lot actually, as it turns out. And having had a conversation with a couple of folks from there, they very particular about that. Worth keeping in mind in the future if you ever have to stop there. Personally, I agree with you. If I can get away with not stopping there, it'd be nice, but it is what it is. So sometimes you just need
Religious.
to camp down.
Do you know what
Very.
religion?
Ah,
Ordained or not?
I don't really think so. They were weird about it. I didn't ask too many questions. Personally, I have my beliefs, but other than that, as long as no one gets hurt, I don't really mind nor care who you worship. As long as you're not slaughtering innocent people or hurting anybody, I don't. It's not my wheelhouse. Um, but they were an odd lot, really odd. Shiva came to mind as a name, but I think that was more a religious leader and not necessarily their god. But yeah, like I said, I didn't get too much information. They were a very weird group, and that's saying something. Because I mean, look at me, I'm weird. Like I admit it, I'm weird. I know.
Uh-huh.
When your mother's an elf and your father's a dwarf, things happen. But
Ah. It perplexes me seeing you as you are.
yep.
But weirder things have happened.
Oh, of course.
Danny, I'll be out of your hair. Have a good day. If you have the time, it would be great to help on my men. And he leaves a really large sack of gold as it spills out on the table. And he turns around and leaves. You both try to
Yeah.
take a look at that shield one more time.
Yeah, he'll take a look at
Yeah.
the shield as he kind of wishes him well and says, "Have a nice day." And
Roll a perception check.
at goddamn disadvantage.
No, I
Iroar?
can do it.
Visual can't smell the damn shield.
Wow, we both
Yeah.
suck.
So it looks like the shield is embossed a bit, but the embossment that is happening doesn't flow very well with the insignia that's on the shield. It looks like somewhat of a serpent-esque, very, very like not Ouroboros, but like if you had to imagine what would be your uh oh, what is the great serpent in like in Nordic mythology?
Jormungandr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Jormungandr. If you had to imagine like Jormungandr plastered on the shield, but it's going over and under ridges that don't that really clash with the embossment.
Doesn't happen to
all
have
right.
wings, does it?
Hmm?
Does the serpent thing have wings on it?
No. It's just a really large, ever winding, overlapping serpent that harshly clashes with the embossment that's coming off the shield, but you can't make out what it is, what it's trying to do. Is it like meant to represent a mountainous terrain that this large serpent is going over? You're unclear.
Okay.
But yeah, he walks out, wishes you both farewell, and you all continue to work on Yorn's Yorn's armor. Your
After
day.
after
Go on.
about a minute after he leaves, I turn to Carl and I ask, "Do you think he was a mercenary?"
Oh, most definitely.
That's what I thought too. We might have to. We'll end up fighting him soon, I'm sure.
I hope not, but he seems to be kind of a. I mean, sell sorts of sell sort, but
Yeah,
he seems like the kind that's picky about his clientele.
yeah, he does. He's seems pretty well off.
Anything that isn't going to risk his neck is not exactly something he'll or anything that'll cause him to truly risk his neck is something he may not necessarily consider.
Yeah.
How much of a risk that his neck is, and hard to say.
His
He
neck
seemed,
and then his men's neck are completely different though.
yeah, says his group and then their hangers on certainly are two entirely different things.
We should probably find their camp tonight, just scout it out real quick.
Even better idea. Hey, Tenny,
Yeah.
mind if I make the delivery to their camp for dropping off the supplies if we get a moment here to whip some stuff up for them?
Well, with what he's asking for, I probably wouldn't have it ready within a week's time.
Eh.
I have some swords, but they're mostly used material that I would need to refurbish in order to try to get to a quality that he's satisfied with. Comes to the armor, they're all not asking for plate mail, but they're probably going to ask for this chain link, just like I'm building your friend here. I'm not going to do it to where I'm measuring each one of them and trying to get it custom made like your buddy. Something a little more bog standard, military issued. You didn't get the hint. He is part of the military.
Well, I figured it was either military or some sort of a pretty good, well-off company. But
He is part of a good, well-off company within the military. I've gotten a fair few of their wares before from some of their excursions. Why they gave it to me, I don't know. But don't fuck with them.
no, absolutely not.
He's a good client, but always business with him.
Yeah, he seems kind of like the straight shooter,
A little bit.
a bit of a Boy Scout, you know.
Yeah. What's a Boy Scout?
When I was growing up, back home, when I was just a wee little chest running around, they had this program or this group. They got together and they'd gather up all the boys and uh, they'd teach us skills like how to survive in the wild, how to fend for yourself, and how to do things. You know, basic things that any growing adventurer would want to learn how to do at some point. How to make a
Yeah,
fire, tie different kinds of knots.
he's not a scout, Matt. He's not a Boy Scout. He's more like a Scout Master.
Yeah. I mean, like
Uh,
that kind of attitude of,
Drill
uh,
Sergeant.
yeah, that style.
Yeah.
Very regimented.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'd say that. Surely.
I miss those days when I was a wee little box.
Halfling friend's cute though.
Meh.
All
Have
right.
to do so to our little one. He might get a kick out of him.
Sure. All right. Uh, so you all continue
Yep.
and finish out the rest of your day. The sun starts to set. He calls.
Yep.
He calls his day finished, and then you all start to venture back to familiar ground where you can meet up with the rest of your crew.
Cool. So as we're kind of wrapping up, Carl will say, "Hey, so I know you wanted to see experience some stuff for yourself, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about flying?"
Can I? How?
I mean, it's gonna more be like levitating, like I was doing the other day or yesterday, but yeah,
Oh,
like
cool.
you get 10 minutes of it, but you know. And through the day, would you say that I cast like absorb elements like probably like 3 times or so?
Yeah, or less. It's just a risky scenario that you felt as though you wanted to try to defend against
Yeah.
anything. An
Okay.
impending burn that may have occurred. I'd say twice
Okay.
throughout
Right, yeah.
throughout that time.
Okay.
'Cause it was only half the day with the actual forge.
Okay. So I would. Ooh. Uh, actually, I would do this. I'm gonna, and I know I hate to change prep spells on you like this, but given the scenario, I
Mm-hmm.
would look at him and be like, I want to do something really cool for you. I want to see, I want you to feel, to see firsthand some of this stuff. So rather than levitate, um, I'm going to cast. Yeah, I would do this. I'm gonna cast Enlarge Reduce on him,
Okay.
and I will make him larger.
Okay.
Assuming there's enough room to make him larger.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah.
a small room, but he starts to grow to the point where his head actually starts to touch the ceiling a bit, and he's like, "Whoa,
So basically, Carl would just like pull
shit,
out
dude!"
a vial that looks like just kind of like this bubbling ichor. And be like, drink it. No, really, drink it. It's fine. Trust me. Drink it.
He does. He grows. Whoa, shit,
Uh,
dude, is what he
yeah.
says.
Tastes like licorice, right?
I don't like it.
Well, you know, you're big. It'll last a minute, but you're big. Like you can lift heavy things. You're
Can't really
stronger
get around
now.
much.
I mean, that could have made you smaller, but you wouldn't be able to lift as much, and everything you're wearing kind of shrinks with you, and like all of your clothes grew with you, like everything grew.
Yeah.
That's
How?
magic. No,
Jeez.
my magic. I brewed that up special.
He goes to try to reach for you and grab for you, and he uses two hands to kind of clasp around you. They're massive, meaty paws. And he does, and he just lifts you up. No challenge whatsoever. As dense and heavy as you are, just okay. And he reaches for Pyro. Can I?
Go ahead.
Right. Lifts you up a little bit more, just because you're not as uniform in form. Just goes and all right. This is awesome, but terrible because now my tools are like toothpicks in my hand.
And last a minute, you're fine.
Okay. All right, and then he starts to come back down. He's just like, all right, what do I need to do?
As far as
How can I do that? What do I do?
well, I'd be happy to start teaching you some of the basics, but the best way for me to do that, since it is a fair bit of a journey from Elversalt to here, unfortunately, um, if at some point, I mean, I'm not saying now because we got plenty of work, of course, but if you pack up shop and come with us, then there's another blacksmith who actually works with kind of arcane smithing, as it were. A guy by the name of Brock. He's a bit rough around the edges, but
Can't
excellent
say I've
craftsman.
heard of him before. Do you have anything? You have anything you could show me of his?
Well, I have a little something that he's been itching to work on. Oh, you know what? Pyro, your claws. He's worked on those.
Yeah.
And
He
the
asks. He asks if he can see them. Takes a good look at them. Just well, I'll be damned. Couldn't tell because of the claws protrude a bit, but what's this metal shield underneath?
Oh my what is it? What is it called? I gotta. My extra weapon.
yeah,
Right.
they
It's
were
the hooves of a gorgon, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
the Gorgon.
Yeah.
Just an extra weapon for you to kill shit with.
That's nice. How did he get it to
Also,
shape around your paw? That's incredible.
like I said, excellent work. As Carl reaches inside himself into the bag of
You
holding
guys
and
took
pulls
down a
out.
gorgon?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. As he's
It
pulling
wasn't
out the
easy.
hammer of thunderbolts. There's also this thing that he kind of went gaga over. Said he'd love to uh,
Okay,
better
what are you doing with that?
this.
Yeah.
Holding it for one of our other guys. It actually belongs to our big scary looking guy in armor. Uh,
That away.
oh,
Don't let
yeah?
anyone know.
Okay. Ha. You
Anyone know.
recognize that thing?
I do. Uh Gamble would be interested.
Yeah, I can't. Well, most people would be interested. Let's be real. If I went to a pawn shop, the guy would probably give me at least like 5 gold for it. At
Uh-huh.
least. I could probably talk him into 6.
Sure. Okay. Right.
I'm just fucking with you. I know it's worth.
Okay. Right. And he's flabbergasted and he's kind of repeating that over and over again. Eventually he comes to and is just like, okay, so you guys are a little bit more well equipped than I kind of gave you credit for.
Oh, some of my work is being carried by our little one, our little kobold. He's got a bow that shoots magic, and it's kind of really neat how it's set up.
When can I meet your crew?
I mean, if you're closing up shop, you can come have a drink with us while we have dinner.
I like this idea.
All right.
Where?
We've been staying at the fancy tavern in town, the cave of whatever.
Cavern's Crash.
Yeah, Cavern's Crash. That's it.
I'll see you there when I'm done. I'll
Excellent.
put something on a little bit more fitting for the occasion. All right. And kind of shoos you guys out.
Yep. And oh wait, hang on, I need to. And Carl will just kind of like snap his fingers and change into his lawyer form. There we go. Done working for the day. Now to work for the day. As he has a hat on already, but with disguise self goes to put a hat on top of the hat, and it just kind of
Uh-huh.
like meshes because it's an illusion.
Yep.
All right. Done working for the day. Time to go work for the day. You ready, Pyroar?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Excellent.
You guys make your way back eventually to the better district of the town.
Yeah.
You meet up with the rest of the crew. What's going on?
Fuck did they do all day?
We
Well,
were
I
fishing.
had no goals, so either fishing with Shadow or hanging out at the inn.
We were
And or
basically
eating-
fishing.
Eating a pork.
Yeah. Still
Yeah.
eating the rest of that pig.
Whole one.
Whole pig just devoured.
Like the whole half of the front of my face is just covered in blood.
Stuff that you couldn't get out from the little bits of cracks between the plates.
Yeah.
So I see you guys have been busy. While Pyro and I were working all day, you were here stuffing your faces. I see how it is.
Finally a good
Hey, you
meal.
know how it goes. Gra needs to eat. I knew these measly little meals weren't going to contain him.
I was
You don't
very,
want him going around eating people, right?
I was very
No,
hungry.
no, of course not. You know, I mean, we all get a little hungry sometimes, so a little nibble here and there is all right. But, any case, as kind of Carl's looking around, is Sport Cap there?
Yes, Porkcap has eventually made his way back. It's dusk.
How's he looking?
He's looking better. Like it seems as though he starts his day with a shrug on his shoulders.
Mhm.
And it's now the shrug is gone, but he's not walking with your expedited pace that you guys would have with traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit sluggish, a little bit out of the norm.
So Carl kind of reaches inside and pulls out what looks like a spray bottle that says Carl Grow on it.
Nice.
A legally distinct version of Miracle Grow. Same colors and everything.
Oh, good.
He
good.
will cast lesser restoration on Sport Cap. Kind of spritz him down. Here, bud. I hope this makes you feel better.
Porkcap, you're sprayed with a liquid. You feel the magic go on to your skin. Nothing seems to really change.
I look at Carl and I shrug.
Huh.
I look at Carl and go, he's a mushroom, man. There's like nowhere really around here for a mushroom to like properly grow. I don't think he can eat very well. Once we get out of here and go back towards the woods and, like our area, I think he'll be okay. For now, he's gonna be a little weird.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure he wasn't like sick with something or anything.
I don't think so. I think he just can't eat. It's too sunny.
Yeah. Well, could it be the salt? Too salty for him.
Could be too salty. It's too dry. Mushrooms don't. I mean, when's the last time you saw a mushroom?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I see one every day, but
Well,
Yeah.
besides him,
Besides
yeah,
him.
like a wild one. Right.
yeah, that must be it. I tried.
So
Oh,
what'd you
wow.
guys do today? Oh,
While
sorry.
Carl is here, while Carl is in front of me, before I forget, I'm gonna take the harvester's kit out. Do we have room in the bag of holding?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna move the harvester's kit over. I'll just hand that to Carl.
Cool. How much does it weigh?
15.
Thank you.
All right.
Let me add a new line.
Oh, you brought Tenny, correct? He's with
No,
you right
Tenny-
now.
Tenny-
He'll be joining us.
Yeah, Tenny went home to change into something a little
right.
more respectable.
Okay.
Oh, Tenny is going to be joining us. He'll be he after I kind of showed him Pyroar and showed him Brock's work. I kind of was talking to him about the crew a little bit and saying, hey, maybe if you get an opportunity and you want to learn to do what I do, you can come on over to Elversalt and join us for a bit. I'm easing into the whole idea of adoption, but we'll get there.
Oh, good. So he's fucking coming with. All right, sick.
Working on it.
Oh, he's coming. He just doesn't know it yet. He's coming. I think we all like Tenny, except for maybe Samur. Samur, you like Tenny?
Samar
Never
doesn't
met
like
him.
anyone.
You a fan of his?
Am I a fan of his? I've never met him.
Well, you're about to. You should be a fan already. He's a great kid. Good kid.
The best kid. He
Not a
hasn't tried
dead
to kill
kid.
me yet. I mean, A+ in my book. He hasn't tried murdering me yet.
He hasn't tried murdering me either. I'm pretty okay with it.
We have the best standards for family.
He doesn't kill anybody.
He doesn't.
No,
At least none of
no
us.
murderous intent.
No
Yeah,
murder.
at least with us. With us.
Yeah, with you guys. Of course.
Great
I don't
standards.
think he's gonna be all that murderous towards you guys either. He really likes weird shit. So I think he's gonna fit in just fine at Elversalt.
Oh yeah. And like I
They
said, I
do
told him
need a
about.
blacksmith.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
can you
like Brock.
imagine what Brock can do if he had somebody helping?
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be insane. We're gonna be able to get the craziest weapons for us out of Elversalt. We won't have to travel all the way to Westgate or God knows where, just to get good shit. We can get it right at home. I'm very excited for this.
I have to ask, though. And this is to Carl. Did you encounter anything while you were there, or was it just work solely throughout the entire day?
I mean, we were working on stuff. We were working on, Yorn's armor. Some guy from the military showed up and was chatting with us for a bit. And,
Military? You said nothing about You said nothing about that.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
yeah.
who that plate armor guy was?
yeah, Gamble's his
Oh,
name. Nice
okay.
guy. Seems really nice.
He's military, you said?
Yeah, I don't think the same
You
kind
think
of crew that.
What military?
you think we could maybe, pay him a little bit of money and he might take a week leave to come help back at Elversalt in like a little less than a month or so? Because that'd be awesome. He looked strong as fuck.
I mean, his camp's got to be nearby. We can probably stop by on the way out of
Right,
town and
right.
chat with him.
I mean, the more help, the better, because we're gonna be facing a full assault.
And I did kind of like put the seed in there that they're a bunch of weirdos. They apparently stopped there at some point. You had Pro Skier and one guy drank the wine. And their
That ale shit. Yeah.
their cleric had to clean up the problem.
Did you
And,
tell them they're all like weird were people?
Oh, I told him they were religious freaks who were worshiping. I don't know who exactly they worship, but he was just like, yeah, ordained or not. And I'm like, oh, hell no, they're not ordained.
No, definitely not ordained.
Yeah.
All
So,
right, all right.
putting the seed out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm like, hey, yeah, we were just in doing some trade from Elversalt, getting supplies, working on stuff, and applying trade a bit, and we'll be heading back that way in a few days. And yeah, he seemed like, hey, let us not meet on the field of battle or anything like that. He seemed like a nice guy, so
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
if
Seems like a good kid.
if we could do one of those, like, we'll give you a quarter up front, you get the other 75% when you show up and do the thing, type of thing. Yeah, because we could use some help.
Yep. On a complete aside note, I guess I was inside the room or inside the hall of that shitty inn when I was using the hammer of thunderbolts to pound in nails. So no one was really looking at me when I
Nope.
was doing it, aside from us.
Yep.
Greatest hammer, well, not the greatest hammer I've ever used, but pretty damn good one. I mean, it worked. Left a few dents in the door, but I didn't really care.
I'm gonna I'll notice Samir acting weird about us chatting about the military guy. What's your problem?
My problem is, what military is he a part of? Is he a part of the group
The
here?
one here.
Are we certain about that?
Nah, he doesn't seem like it. Completely different uniform. I mean, come on, Samur. It's not like he killed you or anything. You're here, clearly.
Clearly. Yes, he's probably none of my concern or our concern. He may not be a threat. But, do you know if he's traveling with anyone?
I mean, he has like 3 close companions that he travels with, and then he's got about 10, I would say 10 recruits that are more or less cannon fodder, from the sound of things.
We should avoid them, if possible, if it is a conflict. Just as a word of advice, we would be outnumbered.
But it's 3 people.
But he has cannon fodder.
Well, the cannon fodder, I
We're
would
not cannon
assume,
fodder.
are soldiers here because he's with the military. His companions, I would assume,
Got the
with him.
cannon. The cannon fodder he got off of a boat out of Waterdeep, I think.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, that's still way more people to help out at Elversalt. What's your problem with it?
I never said I had a problem with it.
All
But
right.
just so happens I'm looking for a specific person, and I'm kind of hoping that that person is not with them.
What's the person look like?
Yeah, if you tell us, we can help you find him.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just, oh, it's a person. Okay, cool. There's a million of those. Does he have a specific insignia? Can you draw it?
He? No.
I would assume it's a he.
She.
If you got beat by a woman, woo!
Ooh. Ooh.
Awfully misogynistic there, you are.
So saith the kobold.
So
For now, it's a woman. But
Is it not always a woman?
ah,
I mean, changelings are a thing. I mean,
Like a
look at me.
clownfish.
true. Very true. Oh, is that Sport Cat trying to speak? Sorry, had to. Well, it's a woman. And
Alright.
she is also from Darkhold,
All right.
as I have exclaimed to you two
Yeah.
earlier at the front gate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a
Elvish.
guy, so it should be fine.
Now we're talking.
Yes.
So, an elvish woman at a Darkhold. Right. So
There we
just have
go.
to
Now we
cost
know what to look for.
Exactly. Now we just have to cost every elvish person we see.
Right.
Because
Yes.
from behind the long hair, you know, it gets hard sometimes.
I'll know. Trust me.
Well, at least now we know to look for Elvish and Darkhold clothing. That's
last I
better
can
than
recall.
nothing, which is what we
Last
had
I can
before.
recall. She's a part of the higher. Oh, damn it!
Oh no! Oh no!
We got him in trouble with his god. That's amazing.
Incredible.
Hey, at least we got him talking backstory. Getting
Yeah.
involved, even if we're
It's
kicking
hard.
if
He,
we're
like,
dragging
actually
and kicking and
can't.
screaming.
Like, yeah. Well, he can't. It's part of the curse. He's about to get in trouble. This is amazing. I love this. Oh. What a hell of a backstory.
I wish to know more.
The backstory being, this elf woman from the Darkhold is apparently after me for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, thanks. Really,
Yeah,
really?
it's I mean, he said something, but he wasn't supposed to say
Yeah.
right before he got pulled out. And yeah.
So now I'm curious.
He can't
I wonder.
name. He has to be really careful not to name things.
Mm-hmm.
Like specifics. He can't give specifics. He basically has to talk in riddles. This is hilarious that we fuck with him all the time about it. Well, not all the time, but every now and then. It's
So,
fun.
I am now purely curious. So
I
did
don't
you-
know if he's gonna actually get like when I say he could get in trouble, I don't know if he's gonna get like like stat reductions or something from like talking about it.
I doubt it'd be that bad. But
I don't know, man.
so
'Cause he is really strong.
Here's my current working theory, right? This is a pretty solid theory. So he pissed off an elven woman. I'm thinking he murdered their dog, seduced her husband, and then burnt their house down.
This is phenomenal.
I love it. We roll with it.
In that order,
Yes.
all in the same night.
Well, hang on. We don't know it's a woman. He said sometimes a woman.
Alright, so it's a changeling. So he seduced its husband, murdered its dog, and maybe seduced its kids. Because elven kids, they can live, like, they're adults at, like, 100.
Well, he also
Could have
didn't
seduced their
say.
grandkids, you know?
He
Exactly.
also didn't say that it's not always an elf. He just said it's not always a woman.
And on top of that, I mean, elven people, like, when they hit, like, 100, they kind of stop aging. So, like, you don't know if they're 500 or if they're 200
Yeah.
or if they're 700. So, like, maybe he slept with their grandmother.
Well, it sounds like
Like
he's
grandfather.
dating an
Could
elven
be, could
tranny
be.
who can't make up their mind on what they want to be. And they've got the time to go back and forth.
So, if he seduced their grandfather,
I'm saying, like a
slept with their
clownfish.
father. Yeah, seduced their grandfather, slept with their father, murdered their dog, and burnt their house down. Like, hey, you know, props to him. But
John Wick 6 coming to theaters next fall.
Props to him.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to get a curse.
That is that, yeah. You're definitely getting a curse from that.
And like,
I mean,
they don't
just
normally
murdering
curse
the
people.
dog, you're getting a curse.
Oh yeah.
Add in the other stuff, you're definitely getting cursed. Well, now we know. Finally.
Yes, it has been established.
It's 100% established. We got to start asking him about that dog. So you're really
Or
a
worse.
dog killer, huh?
If the family pet was like a unicorn or something, and he murdered that,
Jeez.
or like a pet pony.
A miniature pony.
Yes.
Bit of a
All right.
redaction here. He meant to call her a human.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that slightly changes my theory, but my
It does
working
slightly
theory,
change it.
because
Okay.
elves, they look the same at 200 as they do at 700. So my working theory here, some more, is that you seduced their father, slept with their grandfather, murdered their pet miniature pony, and burnt their house down.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, we got it, boys.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
So now that it's a human, I mean, same theory. It's
Yes,
just
I
you're into.
misspoke. But she does kind of have elvish-like features.
Okay,
But-
same working theory.
Last I checked, at least from what I recall, she has blonde hair. And she uses a polearm. But I don't know what she uses now. However, this is why it concerns me. Because there are... How many women are part of his group? Gamble's group?
A halfling.
There's a halfling. Was
Yeah.
there anyone else?
The halfling.
That's it?
The inner group, yeah. Of the group that was recruited, he referred to them as men, which could be men or men.
Or men in general?
Or, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming men, because, most folks, not that I've spent a whole lot of time in or around Waterdeep, but it seems like a ritzy place, like this, but the whole town's this, as Carl is motioning to the current surroundings. And not to be unfair here, but it seems like most folk that live in a place like this, you'd have men wanting the honor and glory of serving in a military unit, or I suppose there's probably slums or something there. I don't know. It big town, bigger than this. But in any case, I'm assuming the group is mostly men. But if we see someone with the polearm who has blonde hair, I don't know. I guess me and Grawl will play tug of war with their corpse or something. It'll be fine.
Again, another redaction. He did say that he had two women, a human woman and his halfling cleric.
Oh, okay. I misspoke.
Listening.
Is hard.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops. So Carl will be like, oh wait, no. Second thought, the other human is a woman. No idea what she uses, but it should be fine. Again, if it turns out they use a polearm and have blonde hair, me and Carl can just use them for tug of war.
You think Gamble would let you?
I mean, we don't need to tell him. Someone goes missing in the woods, it's an unfortunate accident.
Well, we
Lot
may
of
have to
dangerous
make
stuff
that
out there.
happen.
But I mean, if you can tell us why they were concerned, like, is this someone who's hunting you? Are they responsible for you being you?
Hunting? No. Responsible for me being me? Yes.
Okay then. That's
Gotcha. So
progress.
they're the people we need to curse out for you being the way you are.
So they're the ones that. So did you get turned down, and that's why you're socially awkward? Did she say no?
Oh,
Damn.
Carl, did you not
Damn.
give your son enough love when
No,
he
I
was a
didn't. And that's why
child?
he tried to kill me.
Carl owns up to his mistakes.
Oh, owns up to my mistakes. I was trying to revive my brother at the time, Kobold.
See, this is progress. This is healthy for you. It's called therapy.
Samir, I gotta ask, are you mad at your situation?
Can we add like
Your
PhD to
current
Carl's titles?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Joe, what did you say?
Can we add PhD to Carl's titles now?
Ha!
Adventuring therapist lawyer.
Yeah, yeah.
At law.
Incredible.
Artisan
Also,
therapist lawyer.
I hate to
At
break
law.
the flow here, but I do have to head out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
bud.
You guys can keep going until Joe pops off though. I don't mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. See you guys.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Yep. Later, man.
But yeah, real
Woo.
quick, Samir, are you
Okay.
like upset with your condition?
Oh, my current condition, no. But I'm upset because she stopped me from doing what I needed to.
Sure, sure. But did you have your current condition prior to meeting her?
No.
So was it a gift or was it a curse? And can you work with her based on thinking about it that way?
There's no working with her.
Oh boy. Okay.
There's only death.
Well, there's probably only going to be death in Elversalt if we don't get more help. So there's that too.
Yes, there is that. But as several people have told me from time to time, a few times while I may or may not have been chewing on them, therapy is helpful, and I think together some more we can make some excellent breakthroughs and work through these issues you have. I am sensing a lot of anger, and I'm talking an extraordinary amount, and that's not healthy to hang on to. We can work through this, and maybe if you see her like on the road alone, things may play out as they may. But if they're well protected or in a group of very powerful military adventurers running around, well, we may have to delay any sort of immediate plans for the safety of everyone around you. So, one last important question I have to say. If she sees you, will there be problems?
I do not think so. She might.
can work
I
on
have a cloak, but the thing is.
I have
She
a
will
cloak.
rec-
I'm invisible because I have a cloak.
Exactly.
I'm under
A
my
little bit more
security
hidden out of
blanket.
you. I caught the guard's attention, obviously, if you recall.
Mm-hmm. I mean, wearing the armor of, their faction and
She
walking around
may.
with us kind of attracts a bit of attention in general. So I figured that'd attract a little bit more.
It's a possibility.
Okay, so we kind of have to worry if she sees you, but we can potentially
Well,
defuse
no,
the situation.
Carl, he already said that he won't work with her. That her being around
That's
is
fine.
going to cause a problem because he can't not beat women.
So,
That sounds so awful.
some more.
Yeah,
Is
that's,
there-
that's why I said it that way. Explain yourself some more.
Wow.
So is there like a time limit on this whole thing, or like what are you like underneath there? I don't even know if like are you human? Are you an elf?
You already
you-
know.
Of course I know, but is there like a time limit on this thing?
There might be a time limit. It certainly seems like there's a time limit after what I went through.
So Are we talking like a year, 10 years,
I don't know
100
how much
years,
time I have,
decade?
but I do know that part of this accepting this gift, you might call it curse. Some people might call it a gift.
We call it being weird.
And we're proud of who we are. That's what makes us so unique and special. If we weren't weird, we wouldn't be here.
All I know is we need to get moving because we also have another clock running out.
Yes, a far more pressing one, and that's kind of why I'm bringing up the whole, can your stuff wait just a little bit?
Yeah, we
So,
gotta
you know,
protect
just
Eversol.
making sure if you guys cross paths on the road or when I go to that camp and say, hey, would you guys like some freshly minted new gold bars that I
And
may or
maybe
may not.
also when we get to Eversol and they show up, don't kill them before they help us fight the were people. You know, there's
We
that.
don't even know if this person is a part of this party. If they're not a part of this party, of course my.
Well, that's great. We're saying if they are.
But if they are, it might not have to. I might be able to get it done fairly quickly and we can
Well,
move
what
on to
happens
the next
if they are?
adventure.
See, we're trying to figure out what happens if they are.
At this point, we should probably finish up here and
Well,
move
no,
along.
we don't. What we're saying is we don't want to go make friends with them, pay them money, our money, and then you stab one of them, and then they try to kill us. So, like, we're trying to figure this out before the money exchange. If we're gonna have to kill these people if we ever come in contact with them, because we can completely avoid them. But it
My
would be great
recommendation.
to have extra help at Elversalt, because we're gonna
Well,
get fucked.
Well, here's a brilliant idea. Carl, you're going over there, correct?
Yeah.
Why don't you be a scout?
Yeah, just go
Or is that,
draw
is,
the
or is
bit
that,
and show
or
it
is,
to 'em.
was that your intention from the beginning? Is to scope out their group?
Well, I kind of wanted to hire them if they're willing to work for a bit of coin and
Yeah.
kind of get a little bit of backup for us. But
Well,
know.
if you spot somebody who fits that description, you can come back and let us know.
You
Right.
gave us the description of blonde human using polearm. That is a woman.
Exactly. Yes.
You have any idea how many women that are blonde that use polearms there are?
At
Like
least one.
3.
Can you give us a height? Is she fat? Is she skinny?
Goes
Is
right
she
to the
blue-eyed? Is she brown-eyed? All we have is blonde human. Is she black? Is she white? What are we looking at? You literally just said blonde human uses polearm. Is she naked or does she wear armor? What are we looking for?
Does she have a name?
And that's
The
the
girl
winner.
has a
We
name.
have a name. A name.
My God.
Celise.
Okay.
Her
There
name
we
is
go.
Celise.
Holy
Finally.
shit.
Would you like to know her last name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Domain.
Okay. Good to know. So if we run into a Solis domain, I get to eat her. Excellent.
Was this inspired by Celine Dion?
Close.
Is she always gonna love you?
No.
I mean, apparently not.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm stoked that I have no idea how to spell that, but it's going in my notes.
Domine.
Just put that one blonde bitch.
There you
Wait.
go.
Oh.
Good thinking, Shadow. That one blonde bitch needs to die.
Oh, if she needs to die, then put her as the savior of our group.
My favorite part now is going to be
You got 5 seconds to start running, boy.
when Carl goes over there to talk to him and no one says her name the whole time and he's going to have to figure out how to get him to say her name. It's going to be great.
I mean, that's easy. Carl's just going to introduce himself to everybody like, hi, I'm Carl. Nice to meet you. And you are.
Dude, if she acts like Samur, you're not getting a name out of her.
Hi, my name's Celeste.
She's just gonna sit there and glare at you.
With death. Yeah, exactly.
It'll be really funny.
Literally just imagining Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Schmucks at this point. With blonde hair.
Oh, God.
Never seen that.
Uncultured swine.
So in any case, as this whole discussion is going on and happening, does Tenny eventually show up?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Tenny.
Somewhere in the middle of you all yelling at each other. He's just standing there.
Ah, Tenny, nice to see you.
He's wearing some nice leathers. Not formal, just much nicer than what he was working in the forge with. He has a sack with him. I came to drop off the rest of you. Is this a bad time?
No.
No, you're good. We do this all the time. Sit
Oh,
down,
believe
sit down.
Oh.
Bertram! A bottle of whiskey, please.
Yes, sir. And then he goes to fetch you your drink. He pulls up a chair, has a seat. Hi, I'm Tenny Brant. I work the forge. I've met a couple of you.
Shadow waves.
Hi, little one. Huh. Wow, you weren't kidding. You were a colorful group of characters.
Yep.
That's a big one over there.
Yeah,
As he
draw.
points
My tail just starts wagging. You just see the axe that Brock made just like slowly
yes.
swaying.
His jaw kind of just drops from seeing that. Like, can I? Go on. What were you gonna say, Carl?
So he's asking if he wants to see, that he can see.
All he's saying is "can I" over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'll look at him and go, what?
He wants to see the axe. I told him about Brock's work. Would you mind?
No, you mean this? And then I'll like really abruptly just like whoosh, swing it over me,
Jesus,
and like, but I'll stop it like right on the table, and then just let my tail go limp so it just slams onto the counter.
I'll have to get mending tomorrow. It's fine. We're fine.
He takes a look at it and he's just silent for a really long time, just like observing it, trying to feel its craftsmanship.
As he's feeling and whatnot, I just go, hold on, like I'm getting impatient, so I just flex. You see the tail kind of like bulge a little and then release, and my tail pulls away, and the axe just kind of goes limp on the table.
And his stunned silence is just now asking so many more questions about. While there isn't necessarily a whole craftsmanship and the connection on the axis side, he then like moves to your tail to see how all of that works, how your flex and disconnect, and just observing that and trying to get to the intricacies, and he's affixed.
Tenny, you know how we said we got this blacksmith back at Elversalt? He did that. He made the axe and made that attachment. That's Brock's work.
Where did he learn?
I don't know. We've never asked him, but I would assume he would totally love some help and might teach you. This is an assumption, but
he's usually yelling at us about how he has too much to do and not enough time to do it.
Yeah,
so,
he needs help big time.
Oh God, and he's still like grabbing onto Graw's tail as much as he can, hold it in place. And Graw, if you do struggle at all, you do realize like he has a really good grip on you.
Yeah, my tail, like how whenever you grab like a cat's tail, it just kind of like flops between my hips to where he's gripping. Just like I'm allowing him to grip it, but also like uncomfortable at the same time.
Yeah, but Graw, please don't throw him against the wall.
I don't even say anything. I'm just kind of looking behind me at him.
And after a couple of more minutes of just this perplexity that he has, he's just like, all right, This is a lot to take in.
How much was the bottle that I just bought?
2 gold.
2 gold. Got you. So there we go. And I just, I assume Bertram would have come back in between all that. And so I just grab the bottle and pour him a bit in a cup and pass it to where he's sitting for when he sits back down after touching Graw's tail, and just go, "Yeah, boy, come on, have a drink. We're here to
Okay.
celebrate."
All right, yeah. What are you celebrating?
Just
And he goes to sit
anything and
down.
everything.
He drinks.
And
You hear
you
the
coming
tink.
back to Elversalt with us after he takes a sip.
I didn't say yes, but you guys are really making it hard to say no.
So, Shadow, our little kobold friend here, I made a couple of adjustments to his bow, and but if you happen to have the honey, would you mind showing him what the work I
Shadow
did?
pulls out the bow and just kind of hands it to the blacksmith.
So you notice on the string on the pull, that little owl bear head that's on there kind of spits out an arrow for you when you go to pull back and knock. Yeah, that's my work.
Mm-hmm. He takes a look at it and examines it. And he grabs it and pulls it back, and he sees some minor gear work behind the owlbear head. And as he's pulling it back, he sees the ethereal bolt or arrow start to form, and then he brings it back, and it dissipates. And then after that, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I need to use the restroom real quick too.
Yeah.
BRB.
Same here.
Well, shit, I gotta leave in like 15.
Fuck. We're just getting to the good part.
No.
We had a lot of story development today. I'm happy about that. We finally got to dig into some more backstory.
Yeah, about
Oh,
time.
we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg on that one.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So,
Just wait till we have to go to Darkhold. Fuck. There's gonna be a big backstory there.
Young Joe is right. Carl can add PhD to his, therapist.
I wouldn't say
list of titles.
PhD. I'd say
No, he's going to claim it. He's going to claim the PhD MD.
oh man. Okay, you're going for dual. I see. So you're a therapist and a psychologist
Yes.
And a lawyer.
and a lawyer.
Medical
And a
doctor of
blacksmith.
philosophy.
Doctor, lawyer, attorney at law.
The artisan, therapist, adventurer, psychologist at law. Lawyer at law.
Neat. I will be right back.
Oh.
I'm back, gentlemen.
But yes. So Carl, I got to think of his new title.
Also, does anyone have something that weighs 2.1 pounds?
Explicitly?
I would like to carry it. It will make my weight 69 pounds.
Nice.
God.
I can probably hand you enough coins to make that happen.
It's fine.
You want me to throw up the rest of my coins on you?
No, it's fine.
Okay, sorry about that. But Tenny sits, drinks with you all, is attempted to be coerced. He's resistant a little bit, but again, you guys have made it very challenging to say no. I would like 2 of you to make persuasion checks with advantage.
Oh.
If you have the mental faculty issue, then it's a normal roll.
Persuasion. I have a +2. Oh, baby. I'm going to do it. With advantage, you said? Well, I wasn't the one that talked to him. I shouldn't do it.
You definitely have a tool that interests him.
That is
Would,
true. Fuck it. I'll do it.
Well, can
It's
I
also second
use?
level.
Okay, I'd like to roll, but can I use thaumaturgy as well
That won't.
to aid my roll so that I
That
It's
don't?
already at
aid-
advantage.
No, that won't. You
Damn
can't get double advantage to get yourself regular advantage.
No, it'd be a. Well, with a persuasion, I get a disadvantage because of my scar.
And what I'm saying is, if you're rolling at advantage, it's just a normal roll.
Oh, right, because okay, never mind. Never mind. Yes, okay.
All right, I hope someone rolls better than me.
I will definitely roll persuasion. I will give a hand at this.
God, I forgot how stealthy I am. Oh, no.
Christ. That was the good one, boys. I'm sorry. I failed.
We should have let Carl do it.
Well, I mean, I'd be making a straight roll as well.
No.
I
Well,
would not have
hopefully
been.
14's enough.
There's other ways to persuade the man other than just talking.
Just
as
keep
well.
giving him
Threaten
whiskey.
to break his legs.
I mean, we'll just pay him.
And it doesn't need to be right now, after all.
Right.
True. Exactly.
That's what he
Come back.
says. That's essentially what he says. Is he says, "You all have made it very clear that you like me, and very clear that you are willing to teach me something new. Whether that be the magics that Carl has presented, or the immaculate craftsmanship that has come from most of your tools.
Let me.
I realize that you all carry with you a particular item of extraordinary value.
You mean this thing? As Carl pulls out the
Put
wand.
that away, put that away, put that
A
away,
wand.
put that away. Matter of fact,
The wand?
yeah, no, I know. Carl.
Actually, I don't think he's ever seen the wand before.
No, he has not. Where is it?
Oh, God, yeah. What is he going to see?
That's what I'm wondering. There it is. Okay. So, as you pull out the wand, he just sees you holding your fingers separated. There's a gap in between them.
Really? You. I really need to figure out how this thing works.
I've
And
got
then, if you offer, do you offer it to him at all or no?
Yeah, I'll offer it for him to hold.
So when he
Like-
attempts to reach out to grab it,
Mm-hmm.
it's an obvious miss every time. No
Yeah.
matter what. If you try to drop it into his hand inadvertently moves.
So like I hold my hand underneath it and like go to carefully drop it down and it just misses.
Yep.
That's
So
I
what is it
can't-
you're trying to give me?
I don't want to use it in here because using it in here would be
Yeah, let's go to the alleyway because
Yeah.
I got something cool to show you too.
expensive. Tell you what, because if I recall correctly, we still have some more work to do on the gold.
No, the gold is done.
Okay.
The gold's
And
done.
he hands you over the sack, which is the remainder of your gold payment.
Cool.
But I feel like if we could get him back to Elversalt, like pretty much nowish, he could help Brock help Silver a lot of the rest of the weapons, and they might be stronger than they would have been had he not been there to help Brock.
Wait a
Okay.
second. What?
So,
Why do you guys need silvered weapons?
uh,
For Elversalt to. Oh, right. I didn't mean to say that aloud. Well, see, Elversalt's
Elversalt's
in a bit of trouble.
yeah, they're in a bit of a pinch, and they could use a little bit of help.
And Brock is the only one trying to make the entirety of all of Elversalt's guards weapons right now, currently. And if he could get some help, man, you have no idea. I mean, okay. Let me put it this way. All right. If you don't want to stay with us, that's cool. But if you could come help us for this little time being, we'll escort you there, and then after, shit hits the fan and does its own thing, then we will escort you back. But we really, really could use your help.
So, as far as this thing goes, let's take a quick walk outside, and I'll show you what I was trying to let you examine. And so
I want to
Carl will
come
head
with too,
outside
because
and,
I got something cool to show him too.
you're gonna want to stand about 30 feet back just in case.
He does.
Wait. Let's use a quick persuasion or perception check and make sure no guards are looking before something weird happens.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Disadvantage. Yeah.
So there are guards everywhere.
This is about to get weird, boys.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Okay.
It usually is nothing bad. Don't worry, it'll be aimed.
You better
straight.
aim straight up. Okay.
Oh, I always aim straight up. Are you kidding me? Anyways, Carl will wander out into the middle of the street, kind of like wait for a nice good clearing,
Oh, God.
raise it up into the sky, a la kablam.
Did anyone else come out real quick before this shit hits the fan?
Or Cap stays inside.
Anybody else coming out?
I'm coming out. I'm outside.
I'm gonna come out because I want to see this.
Okay, thank you. Because if he
Everyone
brings in interdimensional demons again, we're gonna need to kill him so the guards aren't mad.
I don't mind if they kill the guards.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we don't need to cause a scene in the town.
You are in the
Right.
nicer district of the town.
And this is a really bad idea, but
The
let's do it.
roads are maybe 15 feet wide.
This is
Oh,
about to get
shit.
wild. I mean, we're in what
Okay.
you would
Alleyways
consider an
really
alley,
don't
but it's not
exist.
an alley. Yeah, exactly. Right. Fuck.
You just have between buildings.
Well, it's happening now, boys. He's already shot it. I'm glad other people came out. What's 6 do? Is that bad?
Okay, I gotta roll a d10.
Oh God.
How
No.
bad is that?
I shrink by 7 inches.
Oh,
Except
thank
you
God.
don't, because the illusion stays the same.
So he goes, alakablam! And it burns a charge. And Carl feels a little smaller. Looks.
Okay. I go, sometimes his weird little wand thing, or whatever it is, doesn't work. I've
Yeah.
got something that will work.
Well,
If you guys all want to, like, kind of stand in a circle so that the guards don't really see what's happening, I'm going to make it appear and then immediately make it disappear. Just because I want to show you something cool that I might be able to teach you if you come with it. Now, granted, I won't be able to teach you while you're working with Brock. We got a lot of work to do back home. But after all that shit's over, I could probably teach you this. And I'd like to do... Where is it? Conjure a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring out my my weapon.
Your
real
sickle
quick.
or your scythe.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go. I'm just placing that wherever we are, basically in the middle of us, and I'm having it hover really low, basically
Okay.
almost touching the ground. But I'm showing Tenny See, I can control this, and I kind of go, I can make it move a little left, a little right. I would make it swipe, but we're all standing a little close, and I don't really want to cut our stomachs open. But you see what I mean? We've got some cool stuff we could show you,
I
but
mean,
like,
yeah,
we really need your help.
but this
If you
is
could
like
help
why
just
people
this little
come
bit.
adventurers.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, man. I know you guys
Sure.
can utilize magic items and weapons and such, and whatever Carl did just there.
Right. No, I get that. But I mean, spiritual weapon, you could have a fucking hammer work for you. You could have 2 hammers going at the same time.
How long does it last?
Oh, how long does it last?
I think a minute.
A minute, but it's really strong. And a minute's better than no minute.
Yeah,
So there's that.
you've
I mean,
given me
you
you've
know,
given me some stuff to think about for the night,
yeah.
for sure.
Like I said, we could really use your help. We'll pay as well. And like I also said, you don't have to stay, but it'd be awesome if you did. But
Right.
Brock really could use your help at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to get back to you on that.
All right, bud.
You're definitely going to get a response before you leave.
Sounds good. You want to come
Considering
in for another drink before we all go down for the night and,
you still
pass
have your
out?
mail to get from me, and yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds like a wonderful idea.
Hell yeah.
He drinks with you. He's jovial. The conversation continues. As much as you try to press him, he's still resilient in his indecision at the moment.
Yeah, I figured. It was
Um,
worth a try, though, showing him something.
but considering our time,
Yeah.
we can call it right here for tonight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
For future session, just so you know, you still have. This is the night that that Judge Torbund told
Yep.
all of you to, or told you to rather,
That we
to
gotta
come
go.
acquire your wares.
Yep. We will go see him.
But you guys all level up to level 6.
Ooh.
Yay.
Ding.